In this video, I will walk you through how to trade futures in the BingX app. If you want to get an exclusive sign-up bonus, you'll find the sign-up link down in the video description. Then you'll be taken straight to the sign-up page where you can create an account in about 30 seconds and automatically qualify for a bonus of up to several $1,000s. Alright, so once we are inside the app right here and logged into our account, we can now go to the futures trading. So let's go down here under the futures tab. Next up, I'm going to show you how you can get to the demo trading mode, because if you go to these three dots up here and then click on demo trading, you will get to this demo trading platform where we can now try out the entire platform without having to use our real money at first. You will also be automatically credited $100,000 of demo funds in here if you use the sign up link from the description that we can now use to fully test out all the features on here. If you want to go back to the real mode, you can just go up here, click on return to live. And if you want to deposit any funds, any real money, simply go down here to assets, choose the cryptocurrency you want to deposit, and then send it to there. Your deposit address will be displayed then there. If you need more tutorials on how to deposit real money on here, I have many more tutorials about that on my channel. All right, so let's check out this trading platform right here. First of all, you can choose the trading pair up here. So if you click on that right here, you can see a whole list of all these futures trading pairs that you can trade. Let's stick with Bitcoin for now. Then right on the right side right here, we have this chart symbol. So we can switch over to this chart view right here. We can also select the different time frames. And if we go back in here, down here, if you click on this small arrow, you will also have this small display of the chart right here. You can also switch to different time frames in here if you want to do that. And that's also a pretty useful feature down here. All right, next up, let's look at this section right here. This is our control center where we can open and close our trades. We can set the leverage, choose the order type, choose the position size, add a take profit or stop loss, see our available funds, and open long and short positions. Right below it, right here, we can see our open positions. We'll get into that in just a bit when we open our first trade, and as well as any open orders or your history if you go to this arrow right here. As you can see, all these different other things. All right, so let's open our first trade. So we go back up in here, and first I'm going to choose a margin mode, and I recommend you to choose isolated. We also have this separate isolated mode right here if you want to open multiple positions on the same trading pair to the same direction. So let's say I want to open multiple long Bitcoin trades and I want to have them separate. I can use this feature right here, because otherwise in the normal isolated mode, they would all be merged together to one big position. So I personally like this more, but this is also a nice feature that you can use. And next I can choose the leverage in here. So let's stick with 5x for now. For long and short, you can get up to 150x. Next up, we need to choose the order type. So we basically can choose between limit and market. These are the two most important. Limit would mean I would set a certain price at which I want my trade to be opened, and market means my order is opened immediately at the current market price. So I'm going to stick with that for now. And next I'm going to choose my order type. Let's quickly go through these three options in here. By amount in BTC means we are going to set the entire position size in Bitcoin. Down here by value means the entire position size but in USDT. Or by cost means how much of our own capital we would use in this trade. I personally prefer this option down here, because then I can say, all right, I want to open a $500 position size. And this means down here under margin, I can see how much capital of my own money I'm using. In this case, it's $100, because the $100 times the 5x leverage means a total position size of $500. Next up, I can also choose a take profit and stop loss if I want to do that. So if I click this check mark right here, I could either type in the prices in here, or if I click on advanced and I want to go long in here, I can add a take profit and stop loss. I can either type in the price again, or I can also say how much % profit do I want to make on my own money. Let's say I want to make 30% profit at my take profit. You will see the price is automatically calculated, and I can also see in dollar terms, this means $30 of profit, because I'm using $100 of my own money. 30% on that means $30 profit. Same goes for the stop loss. Let's say I want to make a maximum loss of 7% at that price, and down here I can see my loss that I would make in dollar terms. All right, let's click on OK. We have that all set up in here, as you can see. And now let's click on open long. And then you will see we've opened our first trade. If we scroll down a bit in here, we can see everything at a glance. We can see it's a Bitcoin trade. It's a long trade with a 5x leverage. We can see our position size. We can see our margin, so how much capital of our own money we are using inside this trade. Up here we can see our unrealized profit and loss. That's currently changing if the price goes up or down. We can see our entry price where we entered the trade and the current price. And here also our liquidation price. Liquidation price would mean if we don't have any stop loss, which we currently have, but let's say we don't have one, and the price would go down this much to $55,000. Let's quickly show you in the chart, where you can also see all these things. You can see this is where we entered. Up here's our take profit, down here's our stop loss. So let's say the price drops down to 55,000, then this trade right here would be closed automatically by the platform, which is also called liquidated, and we would lose our entire margin up here, the $100. But of course we can prevent that from happening by placing a stop loss beforehand, which we already did. And we can also see that down here under TPSL, click on see the two records, and then we can see here's our take profit with this much profit and the stop loss where we would make a loss of around $7 and 100% of this trade would be closed at that price. Of course, we can edit that also right here under this pen icon at any time or also delete them and then open new ones by clicking on this plus icon down here if you want to do that. And also next up, I want to show you how you can change your position size because as you can see, currently we have a $500 position size. Let's say you want to increase or decrease that. Increase, you can easily just go up here and as if you would open a new trade under the normal isolated mode. So I can just say, all right, market order. Let's say I want to add another $200 to this trade. Then I can just go down here and click on open long. And then you will see I've increased my position size to $700 and my margin to $140 now. Same goes if you want to close your trade. So you can either go up here to close and click on close long, type in the amount, or also down here under close, choose how much % of your trade you want to close. Down here, it also shows you how much profit you will take out of this trade. Let's say I want to close 50%. You can just choose that in here, click on OK. And then you will see I've decreased now my position size to only $350. Same goes for the margin. And I've approximately taken out half of this trade. If you also want to edit your leverage later on, as you can see, we started with the 5x leverage. You can also at any time do that by just going up here and changing up your leverage. If you decrease it, you can also directly see that means you need some additional capital inside this trade. And if you want to increase your leverage, this means it will decrease your margin. So some of your capital will be taken out because you've increased the multiplier. Therefore, you can take out some of your own capital from the trade. So you can edit that at any time later on as well. This is not only for the beginning, and it will change it off your open position as well. And lastly, if you want to close your entire trade, you can either just go here to close, choose 100%, or also click on flash close, click on OK, and then you will see you are out of your entire trade again. Don't forget to claim your sign-up bonus right now by creating an account with a link in the video description. And if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments.